Welcome, everybody, to another Guys on Draft. We have shed some useless weight. What do you think? 330, 340?
Yeah, probably around there.
Yeah.
And not in the right places.
No. Yeah, well,
Not in the right places.
I don't know if you can get enough places that are right to hide that
Probably not.
kind of amount of
Probably
weight.
not.
But anyways, we are guys, and we draft things. I forget, our last episode was one I was not on, but you guys were. Wait, I was on it.
Yeah.
And it was...
I don't like how you're just putting me on the spot here.
Yeah. I do not remember what it was. I remember it being really good.
That's good, yeah. That's good. Oh, it was celebrities that
right.
we don't appreciate.
Yeah, I think that's the right... We keep getting flagged for code words, but
that
we
all
had...
about,
the celebrities that we least appreciate.
No, we least appreciate.
Good episode.
It's a good episode.
Yeah, shows a lot about us. But anyways, we have literally hundreds of these drafts.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube, go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even X.
Spotify.
Yeah, we are on all major platforms.
Apple Podcasts.
You can go back and, you just need some, melodic voices.
Download it.
Yeah, while
listen
you're
to
working
it at
out,
work.
while you're running,
Yeah.
while you're working, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, what is today's draft, Phil?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
We're doing, well, in lieu of the timing, we're doing the best Super Bowl halftime performances of all time.
Yeah, and this is going to be an interesting one because I got you by a few years.
Quite a few.
So,
least.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
So, yeah, less than you'd like to admit, probably.
No, what you got, about like 18, 19?
No, it's less than that. And I
forget
could
how
be
old.
your dad because I was in the game back then, so I could have been.
How old are you?
I'm 57.
Oh, yeah, so 17. That's a lot. That's a lifetime.
Yeah. But I probably, I could have changed your diapers. I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about you saying it.
I mean, I could
I don't know
have.
why you're thinking it.
I could have.
But hey,
Could have.
that's your cross to bear.
Yeah. Those little.
Little what?
Anyways, let's spin the wheel here.
Yeah, spin the wheel, man.
But wait, did you mention what the topic was? I don't think you did.
Yeah, I did. I definitely said Super Bowl halftime shows.
All right. Let's.
You all right?
Yeah, I am. Well, let's
Rocky needs coffee.
spin the wheel.
It's a little early. You didn't have your coffee, huh? Well, you don't have to put the mic to it, man.
I like.
Okay, who's it on? It's on you. You got the first pick.
Oh. Let's get the applause. Thank you.
That was a little bit delayed, but
Yeah. I'm happy I got the first pick because I do think this is it really does. Like, I think we come from different perspectives, but also similar ones.
wow, that is
So I
saying
think
nothing.
I think you would have taken the one that immediately pops as number one in my mind. So I think, but maybe not. And so
Maybe not.
Let's get our team names. What's your team name? Oh, I like that.
Who's singing? It's not great. I was trying to think of something cool, but I couldn't. And that's okay. That is okay. Yeah, so there's a lot to pick from. There's a lot to choose from. I think maybe at the end, instead of doing an honorable mention, maybe we do the worst ones. Or maybe we should have just did worst ones for this episode.
Or maybe we do another episode where
next
it's worst.
year.
Yeah, where it's worst one.
Or next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
sounds good.
So I don't know. Is there somebody that immediately jumps to the forefront for you?
Yeah, there's a few.
There's 3, maybe 4 that I would work through, but I think one of the 4 you would not have on your list.
I think that's not fair for you to say, but okay.
Yeah, no, I just know you.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm saying I think I do know you.
Yeah, probably not.
So Team Nipplegate. Yeah, we're going number 1 Prince. Man, I tell you what.
It's a great one.
First of all,
It's probably 1-1.
I love Prince.
Do you?
I am so sad I never saw him in concert.
Me too.
Man, the guy died too young.
Yeah.
Even at that age, he was still performing. But what I loved about this is he got on that stage.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely made love to that to the audience.
The rain.
Had that big phallic symbol, Prince
on,
phallic
man.
symbol guitar that he was gyrating to.
Wow.
Absolutely killed 1999 and Let's Go Crazy, which Let's Go Crazy, one of the best songs ever written. Yeah. Then he tore up All Along the Watchtower, Proud Mary, some other big hits from other people.
Yep.
And then absolutely brought 84,000 people in the stand, testosterone-fueled fans to their knees with the Purple Rain rendition. It was
great.
Phenomenal. Prince.
It's
He's
1-1.
1-1.
It is. I can't argue with this pick.
1-1, man.
It's one of those where you remember where you were.
Yeah.
It's hard to not
You didn't look
think
away.
that there was some cosmic or karmic energy there with that obviously them being in Minnesota, but more obviously
that was part of
the
it.
rain coming down
Yeah.
during the performance of Purple Rain.
Well, it was one that you didn't look away from.
Yeah.
To me, it was kind of like Freddie Mercury's last performance. Like you knew something was happening here.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know.
Okay, so I think that at the top of this draft, there's 2 or 3, like you said, that you really go to, and then after that, I think we're gonna
Personal preference.
go to
maybe.
personal preference after that. So I think for me, speaking of ones that are memorable, this really stands out to me because at the time of this performance, I'm probably like 7 years old.
Man, you're going
It
way
was
back.
It was a memorable performance for me because my team was in that Super Bowl. I'm going with Michael Jackson, "Heal the World."
1993.
What's crazy about watching it back now? Oh, was that 93? So then
I think so,
I'm
right?
confusing it. Now you're confusing me.
Let me check.
Did
Maybe
you
not.
check it? I could look at it real quick, but I may be conflating it with the Whitney Houston one. But let's get the year right. Let's, in the interest of everything. I can't believe they have that at number 2. What a joke.
Yeah, 93.
93. All right, so then I'm confusing this with something else.
Which,
but,
you know,
I mean,
you
not
were
the
only
performance.
7.
with
You were
the-
only 7.
With the Super Bowl. With this, I was 9. So, but I do remember the performance. I've gone back and tried to watch it on YouTube. I can't find a good recording of it. But this was Michael Jackson, the performer, in all his glory. One of the first artists to really take like a stage theater show to the Super Bowl with the effects. And I just remember, I think they were in the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
I just remember that performance and it being like a stop in your tracks moment watching Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl. Everything he did that day kind of made me a Michael Jackson fan at that age, and I just, it's one of those things I'll never forget. There's other performances that I'll never forget because they were so bad.
Right.
This one, I just remember being in awe as a kid watching Michael Jackson.
Yeah, this was one of the 3 that I thought we might agree on.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, I actually did get to see him live in
That's crazy.
the Thriller tour.
Wow.
And I was very young, and I didn't necessarily want to go.
Yeah, of course.
But I had to go chaperone my older sister, and that's how things work in an Italian family.
Yeah.
But when I left that concert,
You were impressed.
I was a Michael Jackson fan.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so Michael Jackson fan.
I could say that for somebody else on this list that might get mentioned.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised you took it. I think it is up there. It's definitely in the top 3. There is one that and this is maybe
I already know where you're going.
Maybe personal preference.
For sure. Oh, no, that's not where. No.
And I'm just going to put Dr. Dre and Friends. And this is recent, 2022. You had a bunch that were already, that they said were going to show up. You had Eminem. You knew he was going to come out there. You knew Kendrick Lamar. I'm blanking on a couple of the other.
50 Cent.
50 Cent was the surprise, came out and sang in the club. Listen, man, this took every guy back to the 90s, and everybody was just swaying. It was awesome. We were at actually a Super Bowl party at a restaurant, probably 60 people. And as they're performing, I look around and everybody's doing this way. Didn't matter how old they were, didn't matter how young they were, everybody. It was enjoyable. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't everybody's cup of tea maybe, but I felt like that hip hop got their day in court there.
They did, and they're going to again this year. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I mean, I think at the time watching it, it was exciting because of the names and some of the things you just mentioned. But I think as time goes on, I rewatched it. I rewatched a few of them this week leading up to this. It doesn't hold up the same. So
it's comforting. It wasn't like Prince was, I think, groundbreaking. Michael Jackson, groundbreaking. This was just like
nostalgic.
Yeah, it was nostalgic, and it hit the right.
Yeah. Okay.
Points.
Okay. Not a bad pick. I'm not sure where it would have fell on my list, to be honest with you.
Really? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I thought that would be one of your top three.
Well, that's you just racially profiling me, but okay.
Yeah, because you're black.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, because I'm Hispanic, so you kind of lump me in. You lump me in there.
What did I talk about?
Take it easy. Don't put
flamenco group. Or was there?
Flamenco group is funny. All right, so since you did that, I took Michael Jackson. Man, I just got to start going with some personal favorites, and I think that you're going to be surprised when I tell you I'm going with my headliner. This wasn't too long ago. Let me make sure, because I think I can get this further down. Let me make sure I'm not glazing over something else here.
It's a tough because I'm looking at this, and I absolutely love.
No, I know what I'm going.
A ton of these.
I'm going with my gut here, and I got to go with what I like, man. And this is one of the ones that I've watched multiple times at home, hanging out with my daughter. Put on just a great performance every time I watch it. 2015, Katy Perry.
You know,
Katy Perry's halftime performance was one of the more memorable, and it is rewatchable. The sets, the props, the songs, they play really well at the Super Bowl. When she did the California Girls with the sharks and the beach thing was awesome. She does the fireworks with the star going across. It's just all around a solid, good show.
She's got a lot of good music, and
Her
like
song,
you
and they
forget
play
about
well.
It. Yeah,
in
that kind of an arena. Yeah,
yes.
like an arena. I had her on my list. I really did.
It's just clean,
enjoyable. Yeah,
it's a clean from start to finish. You know every song. It all sounds good. It's just a good performance, and I find myself because we'll rewatch some of them here and there, and that one pops up. And we'll always just click it, and we'll watch through it, and everybody, why we don't switch it? There's some you put on, and they're like too helter skelter. There's good parts, bad parts. This one,
that's it.
The whole runtime was just good.
To me, like what makes a great Super Bowl halftime show is that everybody should have at least heard every song.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, I know that. I didn't know they... But like when you get... Because like one of my least favorite, we'll save it for later.
Yeah.
It's because I liked them.
Yeah.
But most of the people were like, what the hell are they sing? Like they just didn't know it.
I know what you... I think there's a couple you could put in there.
Yeah, there are a couple.
But I mean, I think she did the California Girl. She did the one with the extraterrestrial. That one was good. The Roar. She came out with the big line. It was just, obviously with Michael Jackson, I like the set pieces for a show when you really give us a full show.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
you want to feel like you're getting
too.
A mini concert.
Yeah, that's what at the Super Bowl, I want a little concert.
You either want that or you want like surprise guest.
Yeah.
You know. So like you, I didn't know about this till last night, but I did get a chance to watch a couple.
Okay.
Because in my memory, I was like, immediately, who would I rank? I ranked Prince I ranked Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
I thought you might take this guy, but I thought he might be a little bit old. But just to be sure, this morning I looked at it, and it was every bit as good as I remembered it. And America, the Super Bowl was suffering from a black eye. Nipplegate had just happened. And so they pulled back. They went more conservative, but they gave America what they wanted. What they didn't know they wanted. Paul McCartney. The guy started with a couple Beatles, Just Drive, Baby Let Me Drive Your Car. He did another Beatles classic. Then he switched from guitar to piano and brought down the house with Live and Let Die from 007.
2005, right? Yeah.
I think so. And then absolutely killed it. Again, it's how you close. What are you ending with? And he ended with a song everybody's heard, different variations, but he sang Hey Jude to the crowd.
That's pretty good.
Song he wrote for John Lennon's son. And man, it brought down the crowd. And it was just satisfying. It was just a good sexual experience.
Okay.
You're leaving and then you're like, I'm 100, 2 thumbs up. I'm satisfied.
That's fair.
So Paul McCartney.
I got to be honest. I didn't think of it.
Oh, man.
I'm going to watch it today.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
I'll watch it today. The 2005 Paul McCartney. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, here's one that's not aging well. P. Diddy.
Yeah.
The Didster.
You know what?
The Diddler.
I expect that and the Epstein tapes to be released at some point in the future, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, so moving on. Very recent, almost. I'm just going right into it. Usher, 2024.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
talk about somebody you forget that has hits.
Yes.
I was on an Usher kick for a week after that. I mean, I've always liked Usher, but that performance, it reminded me a little bit of the Michael Jackson. You seen a guy up there that could perform, dance, sing, moving through all the songs. He didn't seem like he was out of shape. It was just hit after hit after hit. It sounded good. It looked good. I really liked the Usher performance. I think he brought the house down.
You can tell that it was enjoyable and that it hit when afterwards you're downloading some of the music that you forgot.
You forgot about that. Yeah, it was good.
And Usher, man, he had that run where, man, his beats, it didn't matter what he was singing.
Yeah.
It was just the music was so damn good.
Yeah, it's still good.
There was another Usher-esque guy that could never be in the Super Bowl halftime, and that was old Chris.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown.
Listen,
I like Chris Brown more than Usher.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but he can't do it, for other reasons.
There's other reasons.
Yeah, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one.
Running out of spots here.
That there's so many, and I'm really there's so many I want to choose. And there are some that I walked in with no expectations, and then they blew me off the stage. Mm-hmm. But this one was one I appreciated because of the political climate that she performed.
It's a good one. It was on my list. Might have been next.
She walked into 2017. President Trump had been elected, was absolutely getting destroyed by most news sources. Mm-hmm. I was so afraid. I walked into that halftime show saying, please, God, just entertain me. I don't want any political statements. Mm-hmm. And you know what she did? Absolutely freaking did it. Mm-hmm. She left politics out. She just gave everybody what America needed.
A good show.
A good show, respite from any of the controversy. She didn't, and I respected the hell out of Lady Gaga. And I tell you what, the woman can play instruments. She can perform. Yeah. She can write. What does she call her fans? A little monsters.
Yeah.
They showed up, man. I walked in expecting nothing, or maybe expecting some kind of political comment. Yeah. And she absolutely just rocked.
That's fair. Yeah, she's good. She's a good
I
singer.
loved her.
She opened it with the short rendition of the.
Yes, I'm
say-
blanking.
It was Pledge of Allegiance. No, not the Pledge. National Anthem.
Yes.
No, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
she jumped.
Yeah. And, she is somebody who like. Afterwards, I downloaded some of her music, and I'm actually looking forward to her new album that's coming out. Just because I think she kind of won me over as a fan.
Well, I was listening to some today on the way here because I dropped my daughter off at college, at the college over here in Claremont, and she was just talking about the new single she has. So it sounded like some of her older stuff.
Yeah.
So she was excited about it. I've liked a lot of her stuff in the past. She's a good artist. I mean, she has been. I get why you may have thought something was coming at halftime.
Yeah, I did.
But aside from that, it's been pretty good. All right, so now I was kind of leaning that way. So you threw a little bit of a monkey wrench in my plans here because there's a few of these that I really don't like.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to. Man, this is tough. So now, if I'm thinking about rewatchability and just entertainment, I think I'm going to have to go with, this was one of the, typically I don't like the performances like this when it's multiple artists,
Yeah.
but I did like this one. This was the year 2000 and, where is she? 2016. That's Coldplay, Bruno Mars, Mark Ronson, and Beyonce.
Yeah, no,
this was in Levi Stadium, right? In San Francisco?
Yeah.
So
it was a good one.
I like Coldplay. We didn't get the full Coldplay experience.
But you know what? That's almost better. You don't want the full you just want their big hits. And they got some great ones.
Yeah. So we got Coldplay. We got some Bruno Mars, who's another great performer.
Underrated, and singable songs, man.
I tell you what, Beyonce's the performance they put on coming out to the field was just perfect the way they did it. I liked it. It was a good
prime
good
Beyonce.
Performance. Yeah, it was great. And Beyonce was who I was talking about, who I went to see her with my wife with Jay-Z together. And I walked out of that concert. I've always thought like she was talented, impressed with her. She carried the show. Like I told my wife after that show, I said, I'll never go see her and Jay-Z together again because it just doesn't. Jay-Z I've seen alone. I won't see them together because her show is just a different.
Yeah,
it's a Michael Jackson level show.
Yeah, it's a different.
And for him, he was just overshadowed. It didn't make sense for him to be there, in my opinion. Besides him being her husband,
I think you can tell who the true performers are.
Oh, she's
like there's people that own the stage.
That whole show was pretty incredible.
Yeah, and I
think we've seen it at the Camping World.
Yeah, I'll give it. It's like to me like Elton John, a lot of bubblegum hits, but absolutely. And I haven't seen him yet. We had bought tickets, and then COVID interrupted.
You know, my mother's seen them when they were on the tour together.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
in the Garden.
Yeah,
him and Billy Joel.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I think she won tickets on the radio station.
Now he's retired. Now he's not performing anymore. I think.
Yeah,
because I think they just came. Anyways, we missed.
Yeah,
but Beyonce, because I almost used her solo halftime show.
Did she have a solo one?
She did, yeah.
No, I thought that was, that's when Destiny's Child came up. That was good too.
Yeah, it was good. But I did.
But I like this one better because I thought
I like Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars is great.
He's great.
Yeah,
he's great.
He's a guy I want to see in person. He's one of those guys that
I would see
he
him.
starts playing and you're like, wow, he has a lot of hits you don't realize.
Yeah, and a Short King, so right there you guys identify with it. But
I identify with that for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
It's what it is.
Okay, I'm having trouble with my fifth.
Are you now?
Only because I'm looking, and of the list I wrote down, there are so many good ones still. You threw me for a loop because now Bruno Mars did do another performance, but it was with a group I hate.
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh, I just don't get. I don't get people that are absolutely nuts for that group. I just don't.
Yeah.
So I can't choose that with good, with good conscience.
So you don't have a pick, huh?
I do. I have a pick. I feel like it's a little bit old, but I'm going to go with it because I have been a long time fan of this group.
Oh, I know it is.
I don't think it's somebody that you would have.
Probably not. Maybe.
I don't think that it was.
Oh, I thought you were going here
America,
earlier.
That America was excited about, but they, again, we're talking iconic halftime shows. You set the stage. America had just been rocked with 9/11. U2 gets up there and they do an entire tribute to every single person who died, tugged at your heartstrings, opened it with their iconic Beautiful Day, went right into an MLK, and on the backdrop, they were playing every name of every person who died. And at the end of the show, and I am blanking on what song they finished with, Bono rips off his jacket and he's got a sequined American flag on his shirt. And that's U2. I've been to a lot of their concerts. I just went to one, and Bono is like he's showing his age.
That happens.
You know? But it was what I felt like America needed after the travesty that happened.
That's fair. I feel like there's one I'm missing here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And it's the one I talked about earlier, but I don't have it.
What year was it?
I think it was 90.
1990.
Yeah.
So there's like a whole like.
Maybe they don't have it ranked on this list.
Well, the problem is there was like a whole list that kind of all just kind of blended together, like 1960s all the way through like the early 90s, late 80s. Excuse me.
All right. I think I got my last pick, though. You ready? The year, I can't remember. Wasn't that too long? I think it was 2020. It's a hot, sultry evening, Miami, Florida. I'm going with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Oh, yeah. I mean, if we're talking about pure entertainment, eye candy, two beautiful ladies. I like Shakira. I don't love Jennifer Lopez as an artist.
Thank you. Yeah.
She gets on my nerves. So This is why it's at 5. Jennifer Lopez makes me cringe a little bit, especially as a Puerto Rican. She just irks me, but I think Shakira is legitimately...
She took the 7 train, buddy.
Yeah, sure she did. I think, for me, I wish they would have just gave it to Shakira alone.
Shakira was good.
Shakira's good. Now, here's the backstory. My grandmother used to watch, Univision, all the Hispanic channels and stuff. Shakira, I've been seeing on TV since I was like 5 or 6, because she used to be on all those shows. And before she crossed over in late 90s, early 2000s to American music, she was more of a rock. She used to play guitar, sing different kinds of songs. So I knew her for a while. I knew she was actually an artist. She came over, she crosses over, great. A lot of good music. My kids love the songs. But the performance, to me, was still on the level of like the Katy Perry. The production, the set pieces, the dancing, the stuff they did, I thought they took away from each other a little bit because they were trying to fit so much in,
right?
Which I didn't like.
Yeah.
I wish they would have went one or the other so I could either hate it or loved it, because I would have loved Shakira, probably not like J-Lo.
Yeah, J-Lo's... just not.
She's a good performer. Dancing.
She's got a couple good songs.
She's got some good songs. She's not a great singer, but
no.
I think the performance was good, and Shakira bolstered the legitimacy of it in my eyes. And it was just, I like that it fit. It was Miami. They brought Bad Bunny out. It's probably like the biggest, if not the second biggest artist in the world right now. This was 4 years ago. It was a Latin thing in South Beach.
Bad Bunny was really starting
on the come up, yeah. But it was nice. It fit. I like when they have the local flavor of the Super Bowl show.
I mean, if you're doing a Super Bowl in Cleveland or Detroit, you expect Motown.
Yeah.
Cleveland, you want straight up rock and roll.
You want some rock and roll, yeah.
So
that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
It made sense with because a lot of these they're random, you know. Prince one fit in perfect. Dr. Dre in L.A., that was great. U2, that was where? Was that New York?
I do not know.
No, New York was 2000. When was that? Who performed at the New York halftime show?
Was it Bruce Springsteen?
It was Bruce Springsteen,
Yeah.
which was actually a good one that I forgot about.
It was good.
Yeah.
I don't love Bruce Springsteen.
I like Bruce.
I like him.
I mean, I'm from New Jersey.
yeah,
So.
I like him. I respect him, but I'm not just putting in a CD and listen to the entire thing.
Yeah, I probably am not doing that.
If I'm
either.
in New York, if I'm looking for it's
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 every time.
I love Billy Joel.
So, I like this pick. I do not like J-Lo. I feel like she's an average actress, an average singer.
Yeah.
Got some attributes people like.
Yeah, I liked him too.
Yeah. But I mean, if we're talking women's empowerment,
I'm not talking that.
I like people that are like they're great. I think she's okay.
She's a good, in the sense of the word, like as a performer.
Yeah, I'm not going to see her concert.
She's
though.
good. What I'm saying is like they put together a good show. She could perform, dance, do the songs, go through it. She's solid.
Yeah.
Shakira can too, and she's.
But there's a lot of performers like I look at it as if somebody calls you last minute, you're not a huge fan.
No.
They got an extra ticket. Are you going?
No,
Like-
J-Lo, no.
Yeah. So like Madonna.
I would go see
Madonna,
Shakira,
I'll
though.
go just to see Madonna.
Yeah,
Like
that
say I
makes
did
sense.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm like, no, you know
No,
what?
I'm not going to J-Lo
Yeah,
either,
yeah.
I'll
I'm
be
not
honest.
Shakira. I'd go.
Yeah, I'd go Shakira too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's
fair.
recap, and then let's talk about ones we hated.
Yeah, let's do that.
Maybe ones that just missed. Or
Okay.
you know what would be good?
I think most of them I hate after that.
Who should have, who hasn't, but should have performed. So I'm going to go Team Nipplegate, number 1 with a rocket. It's Prince. Then I got my friends, Dr. Dre and his friends, Eminem and Lamar Kendrick and, all that.
Oh,
then
yeah.
we got Paul McCartney, Lady Gaga, and we ended with a 9/11 tribute by U2.
All right, and team Who's Singing went with Michael Jackson. At 2, went with Katy Perry. At pick 3, I went with Usher. At pick 4, I went with Coldplay featuring, I think it was Mark Ronson, Bruno Mars, and Beyonce. And at pick 5, went with Shakira and J-Lo in Miami. So I'll say I hated the Madonna one.
I did. And you know what's sad is,
Another one of those mixed match of a bunch of artists that don't like it.
and maybe if she had done it 15 years earlier, but I was honest to God, Trish and I were like, oh my God, she's going to break a hip.
Yeah, it was
Like it was not
fun.
honoring. Like I was worried about her. You know?
I didn't like what was the other one? The Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was like mixed.
Tell you the one I hated,
What?
and I like them, but I hated Black Eyed Peas.
I don't even remember it.
Yeah, well, it was forgettable. It
Yeah.
was forgettable, but man, I liked their music, and they just sucked it up. And then another one, New Kids on the Block.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it was early 90s, 91,
Yeah.
and they were everything, and it was just not good. Not good.
What's another one I hated? There is another one I just seen that I hated.
I didn't love Rolling Stone.
I didn't love Tom Petty.
I loved
I liked Tom Petty.
Yeah.
I didn't love the show. I liked the Who.
Yeah, Who was surprising. Yeah. Tom Petty is one where, again, everybody knew the songs. They just maybe didn't realize they knew the songs.
Mm-hmm.
But they picked some of the wrong songs.
Yes, I think that's what it was.
And he's not an energy guy.
No.
Like, he's a stoner. Like, they got high backstage before they
All
got
right, so
up
let's
there.
talk about some that should have performed, right?
Has Billy Joel ever performed?
No.
What the hell?
I don't know what they're doing.
the hell are they waiting for?
Come on, do it next year. Come on.
What the hell? Like, that is
One of the greatest American songwriters, right? I mean, we're talking about him,
Elton
Bob
John
Dylan.
has never been?
Yeah,
What
but
did
let's get the American songwriters in there. Much love to Elton John, but no Bob Dylan, no Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Like Billy Joel is the guy. How many? I mean, it would be hard to come up with a set list.
Yeah, Billy Joel is like when you start trying to do a mix, there's
Too
100.
much.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
And then he just came out with a new song.
And it's good.
Phenomenal.
Turn the light
phenomenal.
back on. Yeah, it's a good song.
My wife and I saw him in concert. I would see him. Like I would
wanna
go
see
6
him.
days in a row.
It's a bucket list. I want to go see him.
Yeah.
Kiss. I would love to see Kiss. They're all still alive.
Not a bad. Yeah.
They
be
put
one
on a
I'd be
great
worried about
stage
breaking
show.
a hip. Maybe not
Yeah,
wear the
but
platform
I think
shoes.
the songs still resonate. They've been used in enough movies and media. They still probably put on a good show. That's what they do. They're known for. It would be fun to see Kiss do a show like next time they have it in L.A. or Detroit, maybe.
Yeah.
But they're from New York, which doesn't make, Detroit, Rock City doesn't make a lot of sense. But whatever. I'd like to see them. There are a bunch of legacy bands that I don't know.
I would say they could have done a collab of the 90s grunge scene. They could have done like one with Nirvana, Soundgarden,
It's
Pearl
hard
Jam.
without Nirvana.
Right, without him. Yeah, because it would have had to be Nirvana.
For me, you don't like Rush. I would have loved to see, but Neil Peart is.
I don't hate Rush.
Neil Peart is gone,
Yeah.
which makes it tough.
Yeah.
Zeppelin,
Queen.
would have been great. Queen, yeah, bunch of the big ones there. But that's why I like Kiss, because they're still all around.
Well, and what was sad is there was that period, like, first Super Bowl all the way to like the late 80s where they didn't quite figure out, oh, wait, the halftime can actually be a big show.
Yeah.
That would have been the era where
for
we
all
would have
those
been
guys.
watching. Yeah. But then they did bring back the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, but they were older.
And I don't like the Rolling. Like, I'll be honest.
I'm not a big Rolling Stones guy either.
I never got it.
I'm a Zeppelin. If I'm going those groups, Zeppelin, Beatles.
Yeah.
But I like the Kiss thing just because they're alive, all of them. And
they put on a show.
they put on a show, and it's songs that people know. Detroit Rock City, Strutter,
Rock and Roll All
Love
Night.
Gun, Rock
Beth.
and Roll All Night, Beth.
Close it with Beth. Yeah.
All the solid songs. I'm trying to think of who else. I think
Look
Whitney
it up.
Houston would have been 9.
Look it up.
Mariah Carey could do a halftime show.
I don't think she can sing anymore.
Yeah, she can.
Yeah, because
I've seen her after. That was like a
because I heard
here the Christmas thing. No, the New Year's thing, right?
It was
Or was it it was bad. She has the catalog.
I mean, they had Britney Spears. She was in a collab with a bunch of other. They didn't quite go together, but
No.
it was decent.
Who else is there? Another female artist that hasn't done it. I hated the Rihanna one.
I mean, Celine Dion.
She can't. She lost her voice.
There we
You
go.
didn't know that? Yeah, she's lost her voice.
Another one I would have loved to have seen
The Rihanna one I didn't like, by the way.
if there was a classic Journey or Boston.
Yeah. Well, you could do the Journey now because
He's got his voice
really
back.
good.
Well, they got and the
Oh,
other
they
guy's
Freddie
got his
Mercury
voice.
too. I'm not Freddie Mercury. What? Why can't I think of his name?
You're making me not.
Yeah,
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry, there you
yeah,
go.
no, he's got his voice back.
Oh, that's awesome.
He cut a solo album.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it.
It's
not that great?
It's not Journey.
Okay.
Like they were. It was
There
like
was a
lightning
time.
in a bottle. Yeah. Yeah, but I would have loved that.
Is there any hip hop artists that could headline? I mean, there is, but like,
I mean, are we at the point where Drake?
not right now. I mean, they're doing Kendrick this year, which is like the anti-Drake. So I don't think so. I think Jay-Z has the catalog, but I still think it's too gangster. Some of his catalog is still too not mainstream.
They could do one.
He
was
has
Snoop
enough
part of the.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so.
I think Jay-Z has enough commercial hits that it could resonate, but I don't know if there's anybody else. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
that could carry a whole show.
it'd be tough because hip hop is
You still have a whole demographic that doesn't.
And there's like, if you were making stuff in the '90s, you might not be able to sing it nowadays.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true, yeah.
I mean, like Eminem.
Yeah.
You know,
I think Eminem could do one though.
yeah, he
has
could,
enough songs.
and he doesn't seem to care because he
No.
just threw out Houdini, and that's as offensive as anything in the '90s.
I don't think but I think he has enough stuff that's not. He had a stretch there the last like 15 years where he made stuff that wasn't that way. Is there any?
I'm trying to think. Because you had like.
You got to give Bruno Mars
I think he
a full
deserves
show.
his own. Yeah.
Because he has
Yeah.
his solo. Then he has the group with
He just did that collab with the K-pop star,
with the K-pop,
which is
but he
really
had the
good.
whole album, the Leave the Door Open,
Yeah.
the Silk, whatever, Smooth, whatever it is, I forget.
Yeah.
Then he has a 24 Karat. That's another group. He has a big catalog.
A guy I would have liked to have seen, but it's too late now. I think even into his like 70s, you could have got a Tony Bennett.
Tony
and
Bennett would
a
have been
lot
nice.
of people would have been like, oh, wait, I sang that, and you could have brought a lot of young people to sing with
That's
them. That would
pretty
have
cool.
been, would have been because Tony Bennett did a collab in the '90s with like rock stars. It was
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
seen it.
Yeah,
I seen it
it's
on there.
pretty
I
good.
don't remember if it was good or not.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. I
So
don't
rock
know.
groups were all tapped. Is there any?
I
feel like we're
I think the
forgetting
problem
somebody.
is you had like the golden age of like Motown. Most of them are past, right? Then you had like the
Linkin
70s.
Park would have been good.
Linkin Park would have been
but
good.
Chad is he's dead.
I would love to have seen like a Linkin Park, Evanescence, like that whole genre where they were just like, damn yeah. You know?
I think you could do Green Day.
Yeah. You could do like a punk early 2000s,
But I think
Blink
Green
182.
Day Green Day. Well, you could do a pop punk, but I think Green Day could do its own.
I can tell you who you're probably not as aware of, but that would be a show people would kill because people are paying, I know, thousands to go see him right now.
Who?
My Chemical Romance.
I know My Chemical
Yeah,
Romance.
I mean
they're on some of my playlists.
and they're tipping a new album that they're
Okay,
going to
that's
produce.
cool.
But my daughter and I just saw them, and
Yeah,
they're good, man. Well, they're weird.
I
but they're
like
good.
pop punk emo stuff
Yeah.
from like
Because you
Right.
could, okay, now there you go. You could do a whole
Like a-
Dashboard Confessionals, Panic at the Disco.
yeah. There's a bunch of that. There's
yeah.
too many though.
Yeah, but that would be interesting if they like switched out like every song. You had a new one run up. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
All right,
I that's a
think,
lot.
yeah,
We're going.
We're
That's the show.
Listen, go to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok. We're all over the place. Guys on Draft, Guys on Sport. Come and watch our shows, listen to our episodes. Thanks for being loyal listeners. Peace.